What's up, everybody? It's Harris from Sterling Chiropractic Center here, and on this week's segment with Dennis with Doc, we'll be talking with Dr. Chad Falk. So, Doc, spring's coming along, a bunch of sports are going to start up. What is the importance of a proper warm-up for each training session?
Well, I'll tell you, I've been faced with a couple of situations here recently where I've had some ball players that have not properly warmed up and their bodies are just not used to the demands, especially with throwing activities. So you're looking at softball players, baseball players, even track competitors, those who throw the disc or they throw the shot put. A lot of the situation, what happens is that people are just not, their bodies are just not prepared. And we have to look at the structure of the shoulder to understand the importance of a good proper warm-up and conditioning of the shoulder. When you think about the shoulder, it is not a true ball and socket joint, rather it's a pseudo joint. And what I mean by that is if you were to look at it, the head of the humerus, which is this arm, or this part of the arm right here, it actually sits in, but it doesn't solidify in there. And what actually holds that bone to that joint is all these different muscles that are going on in the shoulder.
So, what are some good stretches to help that out?
I am a firm believer in what's called the Ugasidu stretches, and what that does is it actually helps prepare the shoulder for activity. It loosens up the muscles, and it also helps to provide a little bit of synovial fluid in that glenoid joint. It actually acts like a lubricant, so it actually moves without creating too much friction and too many problems with that labrum. A lot of people, what happens is they get out there the first couple weeks of spring ball or whatever, and all of a sudden they think that they have the same type of stamina and endurance in those muscles as they did when they quit earlier, 6 months earlier. And there has to be a conditioning period to get those muscles back to where they're supposed to be.
So, do you suggest doing these kind of stretches for all sports?
I think that Ugasidu stretches, and I'll show those to you, I think that they're extremely important for all different sports, especially any kind of throwing sports. So you're looking at, like I said, baseball players, softball players, shot put, discus, even goalkeepers. Most people don't think about that. You look at football players, especially the quarterback. I mean, there is so much of that throwing concept or element of it that you have to prepare the body, and this is the proper time. I mean, you look at spring football season, you look at soccer starting to come up in clubs, and even baseball starting to ramp up. So some of those exercises, really just kind of taking the arms out, creating a little bit of circular motion, doing that for about 60 seconds, turning the thumbs down, going forward, and then the final thing is actually just really trying to get those shoulders all the way in and touching the elbows, and doing that for about 60 seconds. That's what's called an Ugasidu stretch. The other thing you can do is you can actually go in and stretch the triceps, kind of loosen up some of the joint itself, and really prepare the body for where it needs to be for activity.
Well, folks, you heard it here first. Catch us next week with Donuts with Doc.